Hello folks, this is Dr. DeValley, and the purpose of this short video is to help you get going on your coffee house fieldwork project. I know that some of you maybe have some fears about doing your fieldwork project. Getting started, you're wondering what it's going to be like, is anybody going to say anything to you, this kind of stuff. All I can tell you is that from previous semesters, many students have reported having these fears, but after the project was done, they say they really enjoyed it and felt it was worthwhile. So I can, just share that advice with you. The key thing with any type of field work is that there's always unforeseen things that happen. So it's necessary to get started early. Also, field work isn't something you can compress into a short period of time. The reason is that your brain needs some time to analyze what it's seen, to analyze the situation, to think about it, and to give you some patterns and concepts that your brain figures out. It does this even while you're sleeping. So it's important to get started early. This project, you're going to need at least 4 trips to the coffee shop you select. I recommend you pick a coffee shop that is convenient for you to go to. It could be near your house, near your place of work, or near school. But since you're going to have to go there at least 4 times, you want to make sure it's a place you can get to easy and that doesn't take a lot of travel time. The other thing is that, note where the coffee shop is that you select, the address, maybe when you go in it, draw a little floor plan of the store, maybe take 1 or 2 photos as you leave one of the times that you visit. And all of this can go in your report. Now, you're going to need at least 4 visits. And there's 2 types of observational field work in anthropology. One is called unobtrusive observation. That's where you go there, sit down, and watch, see what's happening, and try to recognize any patterns, and try to figure out what is going on. And you do not talk to people. You just sit there, observe, and take notes. I'd go to a Starbucks, buy your favorite coffee or other drink, sit at a table that gives you a good observation of the place, and then just sit there and take out your notepad, and no one will pay attention to you because it's a coffee shop, and it's totally normal that people take notes or write things down on a pad. The first 2 trips should be like that, and they should each be about an hour long. The second 2 trips you make should be more participant observation. And that is where you would, besides observe, you would also participate a little. And in this particular case, it would mean talking to some of the customers or a worker in the store. What I would suggest is that you develop 3 to 5 questions that should be open-ended. In other words, not a question that the person could answer yes or no to. And ask the same questions to the 3 to 5 people that you interview. And I recommend you interview customers for the most part. Tell them what you're doing there. If you can talk with them for 5 or 10 minutes, you're doing a fieldwork study, and that's it. And don't ask. You could ask for their first name, but don't take pictures of them or don't record them without their permission. And I recommend you just chat and ask your questions. Also, develop some prompts so that if the person is not so talkative and he doesn't give you a rich enough answer to your question, you have a little kind of follow-ups things. Well, what do you mean by that? Or can you explain this a little more clearly? Or I don't quite understand what you mean here. Stuff like that to get the person talking. The other thing is that Spread this out over 2 or 3 weeks, your trips, and take plenty of notes. Every anthropologist learns you cannot take enough field notes because you will forget things. Also, not only write down what you're observing, but you'll get ideas as you're observing. So you might have an idea about something. Write that down. This way you won't forget it. And later on, as you read and analyze your notes to prepare your ethnography, this will recall those ideas to you. And read the instructions to the assignment very carefully. Notice that there is a rubric at the end. Make sure you address all of those items in the grading rubric because that's how I will grade the report. The other thing is, you notice I request you study 5 issues or 5 observations, but I don't say what they should be. And that leaves it to you based on what your experience is there, what you think is important, or what happens while during your trips to the coffee shop. So, in other words, everything can't be pre-planned. You would have to. I'm leaving you room for your own creativity and decisions. So the key thing is just get started and do it. Get started early. Take notes. Bring a notebook and write down what you see, what you think, what you observe, whatever, and spend some time developing your 3 to 5 questions that you want to ask people. And don't do that in the first couple of visits. The first couple of visits should be unobtrusive observation. After you are more familiar with the situation, then in the 3rd and 4th visit, you can do some interviewing of people. And that's about it. I look forward to reading your ethnography, and you're going to enjoy it. So just get started and do it. And that's all for now, and good luck on this.